Well, music goes even farther in that it establishes an archetype, and the archetype can actually exert a force on the ether and cause things to materialize or happen that normally would be physically impossible. This is what the Pythagoreans were basically into.
Space, and they found the DNA. It looks to me like this is a double helix, and it appears that it's just formed by itself in space.
So music gets into that realm where you're transforming between the ether world and the physical world, to put it roughly.
The realm of plasma forms and formations is undoubtedly larger and more complex than mainstream science realizes at this point. It hasn't been that long since high atmospheric electric plasma activity forms, such as red sprites, blue jets, and elves, have been documented photographically.
But this was done in space. Now I want you to watch this. This is plasma, and what plasma is charged particles, and this is what they do in space where there has no gravity to crush them. They create their own galaxies. This is in a little vacuum chamber. They do these same spirals that I've seen over and over and over again because they're pushing themselves away from each other. This is the way light spins.
Are these entities, or are these sounds and tones, are they living entities? Are they living beings?
Well, they start to become, like an organism.
We never see these forms in the sky nowadays, but the ancient people living at the end of the Golden Age certainly did. We can know this with a high degree of certainty because they collectively spent thousands of hours in shielded locations, laboriously yet faithfully carving these unique forms into the thousands of petrographs that we find around the northern hemisphere.
These are the charges, and then they collapse. And then you'll see the actual DNA being... They're looking into this right here. Geneticists are also interested in the results. I guess so, because here's what they're going to see in these results is literally DNA shapes appear. You can see that kind of little DNA shapes appear. Look at this.
The interplanetary discharge to the southern hemisphere netherworld of Earth gave off ionizing synchrotron radiation, which alters the integrity of the human genome and can be lethal at some level.
When I had these things on the CRT display, it did cause certain people to become terrified when they saw it. Then here's this green thing, dancing around and pulsating like an amoeba on one of the CRTs. It really frightens people.
Yeah.
It then really looks like it's alive.
This is just automatically just pops up by itself. All right, that's pretty stunning.
Statements of clarification. Spiritual practice. Channeling invites deception and influence by unembodied entities and violates natural law. Meditation practices that utilize breathing techniques to manipulate human energy and raise Kundalini invite unknown energetic manipulation and therefore violate natural law. Divination, augury, sorcery, and fortune-telling, such as omens, tokens, animal signs, astrology, palm reading, crystal gazing, tarot, mind reading, etc., invite unknown energetic influence and violate natural law. Shamanism and animistic folk magic invite unknown energetic influence and violate natural law. The use of totems, spirit beings, sacred objects, animal guides, or any form of augury facilitates connection with unknown, unembodied entities and violates natural law. Divination of any kind, including but not limited to palm reading, gematria, numerology, and holy book divination, invites unknown energetic influence and violates natural law. Divination by reading human or universal energies invites energetic deception and violates natural law. Practicing spiritual energy healing, such as ascension exercises, Reiki, chakra, third eye, and DNA manipulation, etc., invites unknown energetic influence and violates natural law. Casting magic spells conjures unknown energetic influence and violates natural law. Ritualistic blessings, such as namaste, for example, manipulate energy and invite unknown influence. Therefore, ritualistic blessing violates natural law. The ritualistic practice of saying Amen or invoking Amun-Ra, the archetypal energies of Jupiter or Zeus, violates natural law. Extraterrestrial propaganda invites energetic manipulation or influence and therefore violates natural law. Sun gazing invites unknown energetic presence and therefore violates natural law. Promoting witchcraft or spellcasting apparatuses such as magic wands, crystals, mandalas, incantations, chanting, etc., invites unknown energetic manipulation and therefore violates natural law. Interacting with unembodied entities invites unknown energetic manipulation and therefore violates natural law. Celebrating holy days implies consent to ritual human sacrifice days and violates natural law. The use of occult symbolism and archetypes to manipulate others violates natural law. Sacred geometry spellcasting violates natural law. Using art, music, and linguistics to covertly alter states of consciousness in others violates natural law. Ancestor veneration, a spiritual practice based on a belief that spirits of deceased family members protect and take an interest in the affairs of the world, invites unknown energetic manipulation and violates natural law. Animal veneration, a spiritual practice based on animal worship rituals, invites unknown energetic manipulation and violates natural law. Idolatry, worship of an idol or a physical object as a representation of a god, invites unknown energetic influence and violates natural law. Using plants, herbs, alcohol, or other substances, natural or otherwise, to alter states of consciousness invites unknown energetic influence and manipulation and therefore violates natural law.